Hey, how's it going? I'm Merkaba18. Today I have a new video for you. This one is a in-depth guide on the brand new crisis event in Rainbow Six Extraction. Eclipse just came out yesterday, and so we've had a chance to take a look at it, and we're going to walk through some of it here with you right now. You're also going to see some in-game footage, a full clear of the crisis event with a stacked group. Using Echo, by the way, one of the new operators just added to the game. And so you'll get to see what it looks like and what I'm talking about in-game in just a minute here. So stick around for that in-game footage. Please remember to subscribe to the channel if you have not done that yet. Subscribe, like, and let me know what you think of this video down below. Appreciate your support. It helps me out immensely. And I'm going to be playing this game live over on Twitch at Merkaba18 pretty much all weekend. So if you're watching this video at the time of this video, you're probably going to see me live over on Twitch at Merkaba18. Please go check it out. Watch for the new Maelstrom. There's a new operator to play. Echo is out, and this crisis event is a lot of fun. It is probably more challenging than the other two crisis events combined, in my opinion, and you're going to have a little bit of a hard time with randoms, and there's some very specific information that you need to know. So here's your video resource on that. But before we get to the actual crisis event, let me show you this new React grenade that they just put in the game. This is the Aura grenade, and I'll just read it for you. It says, lure Archeans within an area, throwable grenade that deploys an attraction field, detonating at any time, obliterating or stunning Archeans caught in the blast. Auto detonates after 45 seconds. So it's essentially like a lure. So you throw it wherever you can, and then within that range, anything that can see it is going to draw towards that little circle. It's pretty powerful. It's probably the best React tech now in the game. In addition to Echo, which we'll have an in-depth guide on here in a little bit, and there's a Maelstrom run coming, Diamond Maelstrom run coming out probably sometime this weekend, where you'll see that they've sort of added a new mechanic to the game with this grenade and with our Echo. You can lure Archeans to a specific spot, and then after a certain amount of time, it'll either obliterate them or stun them. And you can detonate it at any time as well. So there's that. It's a really, really good grenade. I think it's a really cool addition to the game, and I hope you like it as well. All right, so let's talk about the Eclipse event. So there are a few things that you need to know. First of all, there are 3 subzone incursions. In each subzone, each of the first 2 subzones, you have 2 missions. One, you want to take down or destroy the you have to pardon me, I'm losing my voice a little bit. You need to take down the neoplasm by walking towards it and performing a takedown. Now, there's a few things you need to know. You need to treat it essentially the same way as a nest. If it alerts, it's going to disappear. So don't try. You want to perform a very stealthy sweep of the zone and then try to get the neoplasm. Be very careful not to alert anything, especially if it's near it. If you alert like over to the far side of the map and then the neoplasm's on the other side and you don't manage to actually chain over to the neoplasm, it's no worries. So, but anything near it, it's just going to be just like a nest. If it's alerted, it's going to be gone. You're going to fail that mission, which is not necessarily a big deal. It's just you're not going to get that XP for it. So any kind of alert near it is going to fail it. The other thing about it is it's going to emit a blue sort of wave around it within a certain range. I think it's like 30 meters or something close to that. And then in that blue, if you're standing in it and you'll see it, it's visually like expanding out, you must stop and not move. You can do damage. You can shoot your gun. You can look around. But if you move forward, backward, up and down, or left or right, any kind of movement will fail the objective. And then once it recedes, you can go forward, and then until you get to the neoplasm, where you will then perform a takedown of some kind. The thing to keep in mind too, though, is if you shoot something and it alerts nearby, it's going to pop and it's going to go, I don't like it, and disappear. It's very fragile, if you will. So be very stealthy, very, very quiet. It's basically like, think of it like either the Squid Game or red light, green light. So inside that aura, inside that blue aura, as it expands out, once it's out, you have like a second to stop moving. If you don't stop moving, objective failed. And so what you'll see is a lot of randoms and a lot of these new players that don't know what they're doing yet will run straight at it and they're like, let me get it. And then it'll fail because they're already failed or moving. So that's the first objective in the first two subzones. In the second objective, you basically have to turn on a generator, which has a chance to shut off at any point, and we'll talk about that in a second. But the generator will spawn endless waves of mobs that you need to defend against. So it's basically like wall to wall, where you'll need to set up around the generator or around a point and defend it for 2 minutes. Once that generator turns on, all the doors will turn back up and the airlock will open. Interestingly, when you turn on the generator, the map actually gets a little bit darker and all the doors shut. Now you can open them back up; they just shut, like there's a power surge, and so you can open them back up, but everything gets darker and then endless waves of mobs start to spawn. And so one of the things you're going to notice with this game mode is objective defenders like Gridlock or Capitao or Smoke, Tashanka, Jaeger. Those are top tier options in this one. And because the neoplasm is so fragile and because it's such a stealth-based mission, you're going to need some recon. So I recommend bringing like Lion or Echo, bring IQ, bring Pulse even is cool. But make sure you also have one person with an XR drone or Echo even because of his drone. We'll talk about that in a different video. But somebody needs to find the neoplasm and have some sort of intelligence gathering capability, and then maybe a heal class or something like that. That's sort of optimal, I think. And then when you complete that objective with the generator, the doors will open. You can go back into the airlock and move on to the next subzone. You got to do that twice. Now, in the first subzone, if the power generator shuts off, you got to go find the switch somewhere out on the map, flip it. It'll be highlighted. You'll be able to see it. And then move back to the generator, turn the generator back on, and then however much time is left, it will stamp right there when it shut off, and then go continue the countdown once you've hit the switch. In the second subzone, there are 2 buttons. So 2 people are going to need to go hit switches and then come back and turn the generator on. Whatever amount of time is left will continue to count down. So once you've completed that, you move on to the second subzone, do both of them twice. You've completed both of those objectives. Now you move on to the third subzone, which is the elusive neoplasm. And this one works just the same way as the original neoplasm, except that what's going to happen is there's going to be a neoplasm somewhere on the map. It's going to spawn any random type of mobs. It can be smashers, tormentors, anything all the way up to, but does not include apexes. Apexes are not in this event as far as I've seen up to this point. But it can spawn mobs, and then you need to silently take those mobs down without them howling, and then do the red light, green light thing until you get close enough to the neoplasm to take it down. If you alert everything, or if you alert anything and it howls and disappears, you have to kill what it spawns, and then it'll disappear and reappear somewhere else on the map. So the only way to fail this one is to run out of time or to die, or to go MIA. So it'll reappear, and then you can try to find it again. Now, it starts with 3 health, and depending on how successful you were in the first 2 incursions, if you got the first 2 neoplasms, then you will only need to do 1 takedown in the third one. If you fail either of those other 2 in the first 2 subzones, you'll need to do a takedown for it because it's not weakened. So there's a total of 3 health. If you fail both of the first 2 objectives, you'll need to do 3 takedowns on the neoplasm, which is obviously quite a bit more difficult than 1. But there's a study for that, for each of those, and you'll need to do the number of takedowns required in order to complete it. Exfil. Time is your biggest concern here, and being stealthy is your biggest concern here, but you'll have chances to have it respawn. Now, let's talk about the studies real quick. In Eclipse, as a squad, perform takedowns on an elusive neoplasm. That basically just means complete the objective. If you do it a certain number of times, you'll get the study done. In this one, you want to do it without alerting it. Now, that means in the third subzone, you need to do 5 completions without alerting it at all. Okay? And so that's the hardest one. It's completely stealthy. Now, this one is basically as long as you complete the restore power grid, you'll get it done. This one is all-in-one. As a squad, eliminate elusive neoplasms without weakening it, meaning skip the first 2 neoplasms in the first 2 subzones, let them fail, and then the neoplasm will have 3 health, and you'll need to do 3 takedowns with this study. So do that 3 times. You complete this one. And then this one will unlock, this is how you unlock the aura grenade. You need to do 100 total Archean stealth kills. And that can happen inside this crisis event, inside the Maelstrom, incursions, whatever it is. 100 total stealth kills on Archeans. Now your teams do not count, I don't believe, or if they do, you'll notice that it'll pop up and you'll see stealth kills. So that's the study. You get cosmetics for these. You get a new outfit for each operator called the Black Scorpion. You get a new weapon skin, a new charm, which is pretty cool. 2 new charms actually, which is Zottle and Brain Power Core. So very cool. And keep in mind too, this entire area, it's only on Truth or Consequences at the moment. I'm curious to know if it'll rotate, but the maps are very dark. And so one tip that I will give you is there's a flashlight on your gun at all times if you've unlocked it through progression. And then there is like a blue light. If you use the blue light, it sort of illuminates the area right in front of you. So I recommend you use that if you can, because it'll help you see a little bit better. So just keep in mind as you do that. One other thing before we get into the in-game footage, and then I'll let you watch and see what it looks like in real time. If you look at the bottom right there, you'll see there's a crisis booster that will help you. It'll cut the time that you need to, or the number of objectives you need to complete in half. It's 200 credits, which you can get pretty much from completing Maelstrom. So if you have it, it's worth it. These are some tough studies. It's going to take you a little bit of time. I recommend you bring a group. You're going to have a little bit of a time with the, you're going to have a little bit of an issue with the randoms and stuff. So there's that. All right. Just remember to subscribe to the channel, please. Like the video. Let me know what you think of this new event. I personally love it. I think it's great. And please remember, I am live over on Twitch, probably right now as we speak, at Merkaba18. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy this in-game footage, and I hope it is illuminating. There's the video on my the Echo first impressions. You're gonna see a little bit of his gameplay right here. But go sub to my YouTube, please. Here's his drone.
The elusive neoplasm stays in the dark and absorbs electricity. Before you head to the generator, weaken the neoplasm with takedowns.
It does scan, and it will eviscerate low-level enemies like that guy at max level.
Short out, you need to switch on the generator. Archeans will get alerted, so stay sharp.
Let me get rid of these as well.
Attack my target. Device is active.
Ooh, that's the new, is that the new device? I haven't used it yet. I haven't unlocked it yet. Look at him play red light, green light. Look at him. Look at him. Perfect.
It's working. You're weakening it.
And that's how it's supposed to be done. Now, what I will say I'm probably going to do with Echo here, going forward, at least in this mode, is use frag grenades or something. Because I don't think paralysis is going to do me much good. Oh, hi. The one downside to him is his guns are terrible. The second downside I would consider more of a balancing thing is that he's really slow. But if you use him correctly, he's not supposed to be doing most of the frontline work. Truthfully, you can stay in the airlock with him and do most of the work that he does. Because his XR drone does not use battery. Okay, I'm ready when you guys are. You want me to start it? Why don't one of you start it since I'm so slow? I'm gonna end up taking damage if I start it. I'm so slow that I can't do that. You need health as well. Okay. Actually, I tell you what, we're gonna hide behind this just so we don't take any splash damage accidentally. Now at level 10, he gets he has a much shorter cooldown on these. Dude, those, by the way, we're going to also recall our drone. Burp. So there's a generator. Those new tech devices are kind of broken in a good way.
That'll do. Get back to the generator.
Whoa! I don't know what that was, but more of that, please. Snag this.
You've restored the power. Go to the airlock.
Need health. Some tech. All right, so with Echo, you can pretty much stay inside the airlock and do most of the work that he needs to do, at least initially. TIL, if you flip over a canoe, you wear it. It's capsize. What's up, Blonotaku? You goofball.
Find the elusive neoplasm, wear it down.
Get eviscerated, son. Today I learned. Okay. I didn't know what that meant. Thank you for telling me.
Boot up the
There's our
generator.
power station.
The power grid might short out, but
Jay
just
needs ammo.
are
Okay,
guaranteed
sorry.
to show up.
It's good. Got a new operator finally. Got a new limited time mode.
Reloading.
There's a smasher.
Eliminate my target.
So you can fly around with this drone forever, basically.
Caution is required around the elusive neoplasm. Remain still when its motion-sensing biosonar is performing a sweep.
Get wrecked. I'm clearing around the neoplasm, just so you guys know.
Reloading here. Ammo refilled.
And there's just a weird mechanic. It seems to be currently bugged where if you hit certain surfaces with it, it doesn't actually give it to you. It doesn't actually crowd. See if we try that again. There we go. That's better. One more. Got him.
Incoming adrenaline boost.
There's this guy.
Pick up my hostile. Reload! I'm reloading.
Easy peasy. Alright, the area around the neoplasm's clear. Let me just double check.
I've got ammunition. Oh no, help me! Head over there. I found ammo.
You having chicken tenders? I'm jealous. Alright, you're all clear. Alright, now I can move forward. There's a health kit.
Tracks in action.
It's all clear, completely clear.
Just a little more. There's no escape
There you go.
for it.
What's the team kill death counter? We haven't played Siege, so it's at 0. Not have any today.
Track sting is released. Track sting is active.
I have, it's true. If we get to level 10 here, we might try to get this group to do a stack diamond Maelstrom run so that I can record it for a YouTube video. We'll see if these gentlemen are willing to. Tormentor.
Attack my target. Device deployed.
Where you going? His drone is so much fun, dude.
That's disappointing.
So you want to cover them while they push these buttons.
Generator back on.
This guy's not going to make it through the grid.
You can restart the generator.
Power grid restoration. 30 seconds remaining.
Tormentor.
Eliminate my target.
Alright, now you want to also make sure you recall your drone
Power's back. Get to the airlock. You're doing all right.
so that you don't have to regrab. If you don't recall it, it'll make you pick up another ability box. And you'll lose it inside the subzone.
Airlock sequence initiated. All personnel to airlock immediately. Airlock sequence in progress.
By the way, if you are a Prime member and you have not done so, here is the link to the Amazon Prime outfit for this game. If you click that link, you can claim a Gridlock Stinger or Gridlock Charm outfit for free. And you can use a sub by linking your account to Prime and Twitch. You can use a sub for free every single month if you want.
Neoplasm relocation detected in this subzone.
We've been
I'm
chasing
gonna help
after
them
the
out.
neoplasm and it's painted itself into a dark corner. Find it.
Let's drone it and find it. There, I think that's it right there, yeah. Some reason that did not. So it only, like every now and then, it won't actually hit what it's intended to, and I don't know why it does that. It might be because we're too close to the neoplasm, I don't know.
Reloading. Frag out.
Yeah, see, it's not working on some of these for some reason. I'm gonna try it while this neoplasm's not got its blue little lights out. We'll see if that helps. I think we're just too close to it, maybe. So let's try some of these instead. Yeah, it's just not working right now. I don't know what's going on with it.
Topped off on ammo.
That's the neoplasm. Go ahead with takedowns as many times as needed.
Frag!
Got it. Well done. First try, too.
Neoplasm is gone.
So we got to do that 4 more times for this study, by the way, to get platinum. So we'll do, I think this will probably get echoed to level 10.